Hi, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I want to show you how to make the slide and lock card today. It's a really fun card. It's very easy to make. You'll really enjoy knowing how to do this, I think. So let's get started. To make this card, you're going to need a card base that is 8.5 by 5.5, and don't score it just yet. I'm looking to see why I'm not in the screen. Let's see if we can fix that a little bit. You'll need your paper trimmer and scorer, just a tad. And let's see. You will need a piece of basic white for the inside. That's 5.25 by 4. And all these measurements are on my blog. You'll be able to find them all there, and you won't have to write these down. This is your patterned paper. It's 5.25 by 1 7/8. Then this little piece for the inside, and then the pieces for your sliding mechanism. 2 3-inch squares, so these are 3 by 3, and then a white that's a little bit smaller. It's 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. That's the basic white, and 2 pieces of printer paper or lightweight paper, and this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So my camera angle seems off a little bit today, but I hope you'll be able to see what we're doing. So let's make the slide and lock mechanism first. So take one piece of your 3-inch square, and we're going to lightly score it in the center. So that's at 1.5 inches. And just lightly. We're not going to fold it on that line. We just need that line as a guide. So I just have a light score line. And while we have the trimmer there, let's score our card base. We're going to score that at 2 1/8. So that's clearly not in the center. It's just on one side, 2 1/8, and that's all we do. So I'm going to put my trimmer away and come back to that mechanism. So now I need my 2 pieces of printer paper, and I'm going to fold those in half. And they're square, so it doesn't matter how you fold it. And I'm going to put this folded edge right next to that score line. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my other piece of copy paper or printer paper. And I'm going to glue those just like that. They're going to be open, okay? I'm not going to glue them shut. I'm going to put some glue, whoops, on the back side here. Oh, I think I need a new glue. And I'm going to put that right next to the score line, right in the center. And you'll see it's just a little bit smaller. I didn't glue it shut. Okay, that flap is just resting. And now I'm going to glue the other one. They're kind of like butterfly wings. They're going to be glued on like that. Okay, glue the other one and put the fold in the middle, right up against the other one. And I have my 2 flaps. I keep forgetting to look. My computer screen's on a delay, and when I'm looking to see if you can see it, I'm on a different step. There you go, you can see it. So now I'm just going to glue this one on top. I'm still leaving those flaps unglued, they're open, but I'm going to make a sandwich. Kind of like an ice cream sandwich. Okay, and get that lined up very nicely. And now you have a butterfly of sorts. Okay, you'll see, and that's how it's going to slide onto the card in a little bit. Just want to make sure you can see that and that I'm in the camera. Okay, good. When we decorate this white piece, we'll then glue it on there, but I'm not ready to do that just yet. I'm going to set that aside, and now I'm going to take my card base, and we scored it at 2 1/8, and I'm going to fold that in towards the center and give it a good crease with my bone folder. And now I should have showed you the card. Now we're going to fold in the other side. So this is what the card looks like. There's the slide and lock piece coming off. And so your two sides fold in. So we're going to fold the other side in, but you can see we want to leave a little space. These are not touching. There's a little bit of space in between them. So the easiest way to do that is just eyeballing it. Getting it close. But not touching. Okay. Now we put these two pieces of paper here. I'm using paper from the Tidings of Christmas paper pack. I've been enjoying these colors a lot. I don't know if there's a right side up and a down to this paper. And I think it goes either direction. Okay, that's going to drive me crazy. I have a new glue here. There we go. Much better. My card base is Cherry Cobbler, and the other colors that are in this paper are the Evening Evergreen and a little bit of Sahara Sand on the pine cones. Okay. And I thought it would be nice to have just a little bit of red at the bottom of that inside piece. So I'm going to put a little glue on that. And believe it or not, this card is almost done. Okay, and we'll glue this to the inside. I did not pick out a sentiment yet for the inside, so I'll add that later and hope that I don't make a mistake and smudge it. Oh, I have glue on my hands. There we go. Oh, another one. Okay, so that's our card base. And now we'll finish this little decoration here. I think I will do a Merry Christmas. This is from the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. This set's been around a couple of years. It's a nice classic one with the Christmas trees and just very good greetings. I think I'll use the Evening Evergreen for the sentiment. And I did punch out a Christmas tree. I was having trouble finding it. I want to put a Christmas tree or two on here. So let's see if I have room for this size sentiment. I think I'll put it towards the bottom. I'm just lightly tapping that into the ink pad. I don't push because then I'll get a halo around my stamp and that will look messy on my card. There we go. Merry Christmas. And do I want two trees? I might want another tree. So there's a tree punch that goes with that Perfectly Plaid set. It also punches out the stamped trees as well. let's do a dark green one. There we go. So I can put, oh, maybe that lends itself to a third tree. What do you think? A third tree? If 2 are good, 3 would be better. Now I didn't center my, yeah, well, we're going to just go with this because I did not center that. I wasn't thinking about 3 trees. So we'll just figure something out. This is going to go right on top. And let's see. We could do 1, 2. I think we'll just do 2 trees. Because you want to be able to move this. I don't want too much sticking out all over it. So I'll just glue this. I'm going to avoid that sticking outside just because this tree is hanging off a little bit. And I do want them to overlap, but I don't want to cover up that M. And I didn't bring any bling over. I'm going to quickly walk over to the other table and get some red Wonderful Gems, I think these are called. Yes, they're called Wonderful Gems, and I just love these. They have them in red and a goldish, brownish color. So I'm going to use, or whitish golden, I don't know. You tell me what color you think these are. But I'm going to put one on my tree there, and maybe a red one on that tree. And then I'll put one down here. Okay. So now all we have left, that was my other tree. I knew that was there. Don't look surprised. Okay, so now to put this on, you can slide it on like this. And I sometimes have trouble doing it that way. So I tend to put one side on and then put the other side on and slide it down, and that is the Christmas card. So it's really very easy. You could also just use a piece of patterned paper on that center piece. It would be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and just a little sentiment on white. So there's lots of ways you could do that. I got some ink on the edge of my card here. There we go. And so that's how you make a slide and lock mechanism. It comes off like that, and then I put it back on like that. That's the easier way for me. I just love that. Think it's so cute. So I hope you liked that, and I hope you will make one. Thank you. Bye-bye.